start off with prepping the steak then. Let me get my tray out. I was sort of prepping as I was going, looking at all the ingredients, prepping them, making it quick short, that sort of fun jazz. Okay. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do is lay down our steak and pasta water. I'm gonna start the pasta water. Okay. That June's in the background laughing at me because she knows I'm probably epically fell. But you know what? Doesn't hurt to try, right? 1 cup. Oh, June, she's throwing a tantrum already. She knows I'm cooking, so she's going to be throwing a tantrum this whole time. There's 2 cups. I'm going to do about 2 or 3 cups, maybe 4, depending on how big the water level gets. It calls for 4 to 5 cups, but you could do 4. I mean, I might just do 3.5, because I know when I bring the water to a boil, frick it. There we go. So I'm just prepping everything right now. And then next we're going to get the steak, right? Get our steak. Let's open up that steak. You know what? I need to wash my hands real quick. I just realized, always wash your hands before you do anything, even if you think your hands are clean. Just want to be safe, I just got out of the shower, so I don't know why I'm even washing my hands, but it's out of habit. It's force of habit, people. Force of habit. Never wipe your hands on your clothes either. So we're just getting everything prepped. How's it going, people? We're ready to go, right? We got our steak. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay paper towel on a sheet, right? Because what we're going to do, actually no, we're not going to lay them on the paper towel because that might get nasty. But here we go. Our steak, you want to lay down, and the next part's fun. Let me see my knives. Where's my knives are over here. Fun. Okay. So I'm going to cut off the fatty parts and render that later for beef tallow, because beef fat is good for tallow. That's what. I need to get a knife sharpener or something, because this knife ain't cutting good. Get rid of that piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to heavily salt this steak once we get the extra fat parts off. We're just going to heavily salt that steak so it not only dries it out, but it dries it out. Man, I'm in a bit of a rush, so, well, not really a rush, but yeah. How's everybody doing? You ready to see me cook? Ready to see how this comes out? My tablet's charged, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to show you guys how to make some good fettuccine. This is there we go. We might have a little bit of extra right there, but let's go ahead and start salting. Actually, no, we're going to pat it down first and then heavily salt. Pat and then salt. good thing I got the steak because it was about to go bad. How did you guys like my DVD stream earlier? Hope it was fun for you guys. It was interesting playing with other people. So what we're gonna do now is we got our steaks, right? We've got it dried. And we're just gonna load it with salt. We salt that bitch. Excuse my French. But what we're doing is we're gonna dry it out. That's how the aging process is. And yeah, we're just freaking salting the hell out of this thing. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. I hope you're eager to learn how to make some Alfredo. Alright. Also making candy paired parfait, so fire. Like I'm going Italian thing today. So what we're gonna do is we're cooking the steak, black pepper, and what we're gonna do after we season it with black pepper, we're gonna let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll get everything ready as we go. And then, you know, because the fettuccine has to be ready as I cook the steak. And oh, this is what the steak is looking like so far. So if you got it salted and seasoned, you should be ready to go. Let's see what else. Yeah, well, not heavily salted, but it helps. Whatever. We got it salted. We don't need any more. Let's see. Italian herb mix. So pepper, Italian herb mix. Just lay it on there. I mean, it says to do a tablespoon, but who the hell wants to measure a tablespoon of Italian herbs? So wing it, dude. Fucking wing it. Who cares, right? You only live once. And then we got our Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce. And what we're doing is we're going to let that sit in room temperature for about 10 minutes, right? Let's get both sides, yeah. Shouldn't be more than that, but can't be too safe, right? Italian herbs. You're doing both sides, you know. It might come out a little too strong. These herbs are strong and potent. They smell really good though. So it's up to you. Alright, we're gonna put the pasta water. We're gonna let that start up. And remember, we gotta, for the fettuccine, we gotta add water from the pasta bowl. So we gotta let that start boiling. And then once we, yeah. So we got about 10 minutes to kind of prep everything and see how everything's working out. And yeah, let's okay, so once everything is ready to go, boil. By that time that boils, right, I should put a timer. Give it about 13 minutes before it starts boiling. And then by then, everything should be ready and soaked, and, you know, it's already freaking heavily marinated, so there we go. Get that all. It's good marinade so far. And then once we get that steak ready, what we're gonna do is we get the pan ready to medium high heat, and then we just throw the steak in with butter, and then yeah, 3 to 4 minutes on each side on the steaks, and then once you're done with that, you remove the steaks, let it sit, let them rest, and then bam. So I'm not going to do the dessert till after I'm done, or maybe near the end of me cooking this steak Alfredo. Oh, I'll also show you how to properly do the beehive fettuccine. Mwah! And we do the fettuccine and then the steak on top, and then you drizzle the sauce on. Ooh, boy, don't get me started. I'm ready to eat it already. I'm not feeling too hot. I have no more medical grade ibuprofen, so I'm a bit, Yes. Okay. So butter melted in the skillet. I think I'm gonna do. Oh yeah. A little bit of. Okay. I see it's magic here. So what I'm doing is I took ingredients I have and I kind of, figured out how to use my cooking skills in a way. And all I really want to do is show people they can cook food, and you can feed at least 4 people under $30 still. It's just everybody's going out, eating, Wow, this time is going by slow, dude. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Lucy? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you already subscribed and liked. I'm going to show you how to cook some fettuccine. So, yeah, we're going to use this pan because in the same pan I got to use the sauce from the steak. We got about 7 minutes. So I'm just letting everything, the boiled water, got my fettuccines. I mean, I could start working on the parfait, but I really want to give you guys the attention that it needs to understand how to make everything, so you're not just like all over the place, Yeah, dude. Oh, salt. Yeah, this salt shaker really gives generous amount. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take out that bigger pot for the fettuccine because I'm going to have to save the water, and I don't want to pour it in the sink, so if I save the water, take out the noodles, I'll figure it out. It'll work out, dude. I just thought about that. Yeah, it'll work out, I promise. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get this started. Okay, butter. Two tablespoons of butter, eh? So we got butter. I don't want to put it in just yet. You know, I'm waiting for 3 minutes. Because once that 3 minutes hit, then the boiling water will soon get to the boiling water. And then everything will just in sync, dude. In freaking sync. I'll do it at the 5 minute mark. That'll be in 2 minutes. Let this pan get kind of, you know. It's not hot yet, so we're getting there. How's everybody doing? Hit that like button if you want to see some more of this action. Some food that you can make under like 30 bucks, feeds 4 people. So, you know what, dude? Let's do it. Let's full send it. I don't care. We need 2 tablespoons of butter, right? Let's do that butter. It's going to be cooking. What we're going to do now is a tablespoon of minced garlic. Oh, that butter's cooking fast, so. Yeah. Bucket. It's supposed to be 1 tablespoon, not 2. I added a little extra, but it'll, you know, it'll work out. Then, let's see, minced garlic. Tablespoon of minced garlic there. 1 tablespoon. It's going to get crazy real fast, guys, so bear with me. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, you want to cook the garlic, right? It's almost time. We're at the 5 minute mark. Oh, that aroma, that you could smell that garlic. That garlic is just freaking phenomenal, guys. I eat. Okay. So I gotta get my spoon ready because oh yeah, we're about to do some basting. And then you always want to lay away from you in the pan, so if it splashes away from you. That's always a rookie mistake. People get injured that way. So remember, even with bacon, make sure when the pan is hot, you lay first this piece in softly and then lay it towards away from you. Always remember that. So now, 3 or 4 minutes, and then we start basting. Start basting. Start making this. Yeah. A little hard in this, but you know, making it work. Ow. I think I need a better spoon. Bigger spoon at that. Okay, guys. Yeah, so what I'm doing is called basting, and you want to do that so you let the juices soak in. And you don't want to tilt too high off the fire because you still want to cook your meat while you're doing this. And because of the positioning and everything of this meat, it's almost time to flip over and allow this. It's a good thing I added 2 tablespoons because this would have been a headache. Okay. Each one gets a few scoops. There you go. This one's just mulling it. And I'll do that. Not flipping over yet. Okay. This is really thin steak, so it's gonna cook real fast. All right, I'm gonna flip them over, right? Because it's 2 minutes each side, depending on the thickness of the steak. So you don't wanna cook them for too long. All right, guys. Here we go. And again, another side, basting. We're basting, right? Not taking the pan off the fire, keeping it, you know, close to it. And just throwing that butter garlic on it, you know, because it's mixing in also as it falls off the meat. It's mixing in that Worcestershire sauce and everything. And this is a good base to have for your fettuccine Alfredo sauce. Give it that taste, you know? Yes. Okay. Almost done here. The timer's going to go off. Let me know that it's ready. And this keeps the juices in. And what I'm going to do is pull this off, right? And before I even cut it, I'm just really going to let it sit there and rest. It's called resting. Okay, guys, 50 seconds. Clean this off real good. Remember the base, like a turkey. All right, guys, we're almost ready. This is and then we're gonna add some lemon towards the end here. Not a whole lot, just a squeeze. And then again, remaining time, we're just basting, right? Quick baste, let that lemon flow into the juices. And that's gonna elevate the Alfredo. Okay guys, so here we go. You ready? Sit this on a paper towel. And yeah, it's still in the pan still, but don't worry. It might be slightly overcooked, but we got this. Look at that. Look at that. Is that a sear or what? All right, guys. We're going to let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. Medium low. Now we're going to reduce the heat to medium low. And then I guess another, I don't know, man. I'm questioning this one. Throw a teaspoon. And then we add a cup of milk, right? Let's get that milk. Who wants the milk? Milk. Then we're going to do milk. Cup of milk, and then buttermilk, 2 or 3 tablespoons. So let me get the buttermilk out. Oh yeah. Let me give that a good stir because that's smelling perfect and beautiful. That way it doesn't burn on the pan or anything. So we got a nice little base going, right? Tablespoon. 2 to 3. I'm gonna just add 2 to be safe. Buttermilk, right? Then let it slowly simmer. And then slowly add half a cup. Yep, there's that simmer. Oh boy. Okay, so we got some issues here. Oh, that's good. We're going to slowly add the Parmesan, right? We're stirring it. Stir it slowly and softly, you know, and then we're slowly adding the Parmesan. And then we're whisking until smooth. A little bit more to slow it down. Alright guys. I'm whisking in a hot ass pan. Don't do this. It's gonna get nasty real quick. But I'm making sure that it doesn't lump up. You don't want it to lump up. And then down your herb mix. There you go. It says a half tablespoon of lemon juice. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, pasta water should be ready. I'm adding some more Parmesan as we go, you know, because it's going to get thick. So, okay. Pasta. Stir it slowly, you don't want this to break. If it's too thin, it's always okay to add in slowly but surely. There we go. And what we're gonna do, continue with, and then once we throw the pasta al dente style, the fettuccine, down to simmer, let it simmer, okay, 10 minutes. water's boiling. So you don't want to break your fettuccine. That's a no-no. Okay. We're going to start with this much first, right? I'm just going to let it sit there. Let it get in itself. Alright, guys. Okay. Now it's thickening up, guys. That's what you want. You want it to thicken up slowly but surely. And as that water boils, bam. I mean, I could break those noodles to make it cook fast, but that's like a no-no in Italian culture. You never break the noodles. Alright, guys. And I got my popular little spoon here. I'm going to put this, I'm going to add a little more Parmesan. You know, really thicken it up. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little more thicker now. Okay. So, if you want it thick, add a little more Parmesan. If not, if it's too thick, add a little bit of the pasta water. And we're going to do quarter spoon Parmesan. Let's see, where's that quarter spoon? Right here, or a quarter spoon of mustard. Oh, damn it. And then some black pepper. And then a bit of lemon juice. Add a teaspoon of butter. Where the frick is my butter at? I'm all over the place, guys. Butter. And then we're going to add, how much? Tablespoon? Okay. Let's see. Now it's coming together. It's getting a little bit thick, guys, because I didn't whisk it. But let's get it back into shape. Maybe use a spoon. That will work, right? This sauce is ready. I'm getting the lumps out as it's simmering. And it looks like our fettuccine's ready. So, okay guys, here we go. That is an interesting flavor. A bit tart. But let's do it, guys. sauce should be that color. See that? There you go. Alright. I'm going to turn off real quick. So alright. And then once that's ready to cook, we'll throw the fettuccine in the sauce, let it sit, and then I should be cutting this right about now. So I don't want to cut it on the paper towels and let the meat not absorb the juice. Right. Let me get this Parmesan out of the way. Day. Okay, guys. We'll need that butter for later. So, let's do it. Let's make it. Shit. Alright, hold on, guys. Let that pasta sit in a little more. We're going to let it Alright guys. So I thought I had to use an onion, and apparently it's not saying to use an onion. So, how should I do this? You know what? I'm going to start with this. Butcher this. Okay. Let me see if my other knife will up to the task. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm cutting 1/2 inch thick strips, you know, to lay on top of the fettuccine. Okay, we've got 2 more minutes. Let's go. Are you guys enjoying this so far? I hope so. Now, I can't wait to get to the candy pear parfait. Now that's going to be phenomenal. Okay. So these are cut, but not completely cut. Alright, and there goes my only goof up for today. How about that? Oh my gosh, my bad. Are you guys following along? Hope so. If not, you're gonna miss out on a good meal. sweetie. Give it 6 more minutes. And then the plates. Plates. Oh yeah. And this is going to be in my parfait cup. Ooh, goody. Alright guys, you ready? Let's do this. Nope. What I'm going to do now is do what is suggested. I'm going to mix in that pasta water because it's just settled and got too thick real quick. Right. Yeah, there we go. It was kind of clumping up as it was settling down. Don't worry, this will absorb into the sauce and allow it to absorb. How's your guys' day going though? All right. Let that sit in there for a few more minutes. About 4 more minutes left. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the fettuccine, drain it, keep a little bit of that water. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to put this back in whatchamacallit. Down there. There we go. And we got that same. Oh man, that is just beautiful. Okay. And then once we get that fettuccine in that pan, dude, it's over. That fettuccine is about ready. I have to constantly stir this because if I don't, they'll just get clumpy. Okay. And let's see if it's ready. I don't even know. Should we do the sticky test? I'm not sure if fettuccine does the sticky test. Let's see. So that sauce is ready. Oh, that is a very smelly, pungy kind of smell. There we go. You want that light cream color, you know? Let's sit. Alright. You ready? Now, I didn't even need the pan. Alright, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the spoon, right? Maybe the spoon isn't ideal. There we go, guys. Hold on a second, I'll let you guys see this. It's ready. Perfecto. Definitely taste that Parmesan. That's it. So you ready for that twirl? Let's give it a go, guys. We're gonna give it that twirl. What you want to do with your spoon, you want to keep on twisting it on the spoon. Okay, guys, hold on. Let me get my twist a little more. Yeah, there we go. Perfecto. So there we go. A little bit of fat there. Mamma mia. Hold on, guys. I gotta do a short. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. We got a short here, people. Short fuse. Perfecto. Let's see. Du fromage. Alright guys, now that that's done, we're going to do a no bake. Oh shit. Alright, well, I at least want to eat some of this. So let's go. Alright guys, where did everybody go, huh? I'm about to take that taste test right now. Get a good swirl on that fettuccine, right? Always got a swirl, good swirl. Alright. Oh. That is like the perfect combination of salt, tangy, I'm making a bowl for whoever wants it in the house. Twist it around and make it seem like I did the swirly thing. Make somebody feel authentic, right? Yeah, that's good enough. And then, bam. We're just gonna that microwave. Let that just stay warm. And then we got all this to clean up real quick. Hold on, people. Hey, Jess. You hungry, dude? I have a steak Alfredo if you want. Dude, that Alfredo is so freaking good. Like, I never really tasted Alfredo like that, but that really tops the cake there. Most of the time it's like chicken Alfredo and you see that rich white creamy sauce. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But damn, dude, this is a whole different... Anyway, pitter patter. Let's get at her. So we're going to do a no bake canned pear. I'm going to use this one. That's why I had it out. Do that one. And then I'm going to put everything away real quick. You always want a free space. Free space. I'm going to get some fresh Parmesan. To be honest. mistake of overly salting, thinking that, you know, I should salt the steak. But even then, it didn't do any harm or anything to it. It actually made it a more tart flavor, but it really didn't affect it much. So, yeah. Nice pork. Oh yeah. So now we're on to the candy pear no bake. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, now to... So for this, we're doing Italian pear crema perfect. And we're going to use this as our serving. So, let's see, we got... Now, pears, brown sugar, butter, 2 eggs, milk. That reminds me, I'm going to need some more milk. Because this is probably going to be the last of that one. Yeah, we got pears, right? Our Bisquick. And the Bisquick and the egg and everything is just to make sure everything is okay, you know? Okay. So... probably gonna need some more butter. Alright, anyway. It says a 1/4 cup of butter, but I don't have a full cup, so I'm gonna do this, whatever I can grab. And then come back for more. You know, I'll come back after I get some more butter. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get those canned pears, right? Let's see. Canned pears, open them up. Alright, you don't want to drain all the water or the juice from the pear. Half a cup. Alright, brown sugar. We want that still at the medium-low. So, between medium and low. We're going to get that melted butter real quick. And then half tablespoon vanilla. Right on, right on. Okay, tablespoons, not gonna do 2 tablespoons to give that vanilla custardy taste. Because who don't fucking like a good custard taste, huh? Vanilla and brown sugar. And we're gonna let that melt real quick. Let me get my handy dandy wooden spatula ready. Alright guys. Alright. So while that's melting, right? That's a little bit thick. But you know. Wow, that's so right. Get back to this real quick. Oh yeah, look at that gloss. So, yeah, you just want to flip them around real quick, let them, you know, get that caramel. They're going to sit there for a second. Oh yeah, baby. That's caramel. Okay, so the next thing is my magic bullet is going to be handy for this. And I'll tell you why in a sec. It's going to get real loud real quick. But what we're doing here, it's okay to let them sit. Two eggs. Bam. Now I've never made this before, so it's all trial and error. So bear with me, folks. Bear with me. 2 eggs, 1/4 cup brown sugar. Okay. So again with the brown sugar. I'll let you guys sit for a sec. Hopefully that doesn't 1.5 cups of milk. So 1. Everybody, I think I mixed up something, so bear with me. But this shit's gonna have a lot of vanilla in it, so yeah, you're probably gonna spark vanilla for the next week. Oh, here we go, princess. Oh, you're shitting me. Okay, I was supposed to heat up the milk. But you know what, dude? We're just gonna go. You know what? I can't do that. I fucked up, guys. My bad. So we were supposed to warm up the milk before we added it in. So what I'm gonna do is that liquid. So this mix is going to go in. Okay. Okay, so I didn't mess it up too bad. So it's just supposed to be the eggs, brown sugar, and the vanilla. And you whisk it together. Alright, we're figuring it out as we go. Alright, that's whisk. Put that over here. And then what we're going to do with that mix, once the milk gets boiled enough, so we're going to warm the milk up, and then okay, so no matter what, you still put the stuff back in the pot. What about that base? That's the end of that one. I don't know if I could use, I had more butter. this honey butter. So sorry guys. We're gonna put this mix into the pan, right? And then we're slowly gonna add our milk as I stir. See if I'm doing it right. Okay, so you're just gonna keep on letting it simmer and mix the hot milk slowly. Alright. So stir non-stop. Gonna eventually get there. It's gonna have like a pudding consistency, so make sure you keep on stirring until it gets that thick consistency. And continue to add in your water, or I mean, not your water, your milk. Low medium, bring the flames up to a low medium, and you're just going to keep on stirring until it gets thick, like pudding. And it should take about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. It seemed to get a little bit thinner or thicker. Tomorrow I'll be doing arroz de leche, which is a rice dessert. Oh yeah. This is getting thick. Okay. Now it's getting thick. Okay. Aw, damn it. Got too hot and separated. See if I can bring it back to life, dude. Ah! Okay, I'm making a mess out of this. Maybe. Let's see. Alright, guys. I'm gonna try to save this. Yeah, too much liquid. What happens? Can't blame yourself. What we can do is just work from it and, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now you wanted to put in consistency. Alright, guys. So now we're on to our no big crumble topping. And we're going to use butter. 2 to 3 tablespoons. Where's our tablespoons? A lot of butter in this one. Honey butter. Classic. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of honey butter. Right. Dash vanilla, brown sugar. That's about right. Half a cup. Alright, anyway. How's it going, everybody? Alright, so what we're going to do next is Bisquick, butter. Everything has to have vanilla, I guess. Dash of vanilla. Pinch. And rub. Together. Should come out like raw cookie dough, it says. Here. Definitely need to clean this up. butter because I don't think this is how it should be. And I could be wrong. I need butter. Okay, I can't use any more of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to build our base with this crumble. We're just going to crumble this together. Should have the same consistency of cookie dough. Yep, here we go. We just need a little more butter. Okay guys, ready? I'll wash my hands real quick. Alright, so yeah, we're going to do first the caramel apples. So, Jim, give it a break. Jeez. So first, here's our afterwards. Or no. So maybe you need a bigger glass. We'll do this one. Just because I like seeing what's going in. Okay, so it says candy pears first. So don't be afraid if it gets messy. We're going to do 3 or 4 of these little guys, right? And then, let's see. A little bit of that sauce. Right? So look at that. Caramel pears. A couple more pears, you know. Can't have too many pears. We're almost done, guys. Bear with me. And then we're going to add in this custard, right? Pear. So let's get the smaller pieces in. Drizzle a little more of that syrup. Shoot, guys. guys. My first parfait I've made. That crumble on top. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed my cooking. Hopefully I didn't mess you up. You know, worst case cooking scenario. Nice. Thank you. Look at that. And then my steak Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo. Hold on. Let me get that steak back up on top there. Right heel. Yeah, fan it out, right? It's an Italian dinner. Alright guys. Well, that should be the end of the stream. I hope if you followed along and you made this with me, hope you enjoy. God bless you. Stay safe. Stay fed. Stay happy. And always remember, don't let your fears control your dreams. Because no matter what, you can always overcome your fears and you always accomplish your dreams. Alright guys. Bam, bam, bam. Just remember, I love you. Like and subscribe. If you don't, I'll have June come poop on your yard. Love you.